The question is, are you focused on the main thing? It's very possible that when you're moving towards something you want to accomplish, that you can fixate on a particular path. You can decide that, well, the way to do this is I have to do this step first. And as you focus on that step and the things that are related to that step, you can lose a perspective on what you are ultimately trying to accomplish. So you can decide that this path is the way I'm going to get to my destination. You can focus on getting to that path. And then as you move along that path, you might find that there's something that causes you to need a detour, or causes you to look at some of the scenery on that path. Or you're focused on the traffic on that path, or the complication on that path, or something that happens to you during that path that causes you to have to stop or start or tend to something else. And before you know it, you forget about your destination. You forget about where you're going. In fact, you might even realize that you take a detour, and while taking that detour, you get to where you need to be and you don't even realize it, that you're already there. An example of this is I was working on building a business, focused on all of the things involved in building the business. So you have your revenue building, you have your operations, you have your marketing activities, you have your human resource management, your people, your staff, your motivating. You have your various things that you have to do to keep that business going. And you're immersed in all that because as a CEO running a company, you realize that I've got a lot to do. I've got a lot on my plate. I've got a lot that I have to pay attention to. Well, one day I realized that none of the things that I was paying attention to was getting more sales for the business. And that I was the person who was viewed as the primary person who could bring in deals. Well, that's a problem. If you're focused on operations and you're focused on costs and you're focused on managing and all these other things, but the thing that fundamentally makes your business survive, you're not focused on. Well, I find a lot of people are like this. They're focused on so many things, and they're not focused on the main thing. They have pressures, they have deadlines, they might even be in a crisis situation where they've got to make something happen by a particular date. They are in crisis mode, and they're focused on detours. They're focused on scenery. They're just focused on things that don't matter. You heard the phrase, arranging deck chairs on the Titanic. And, the Titanic's fate was that it hit an iceberg. And rearranging those deck chairs was not going to make a difference. So I want you to think about, what's the main thing? What's the main thing in my career? What's the main thing in my profession? What's the main thing in my business? What's the main thing in my role as a sales professional, as a marketing professional? What's the main thing? What's the thing that I have to get done no matter what else happens? And if you're an entrepreneur, you're paid to get results for the business. If you're a salesperson, you're paid to bring in sales. If you're a operations person, you're paid to keep that operation going smoothly. If you're a marketing person, you're paid to let people know about what your organization offers. If you're a development person, you're responsible for bringing in funds to help the organization fulfill its mission. Those are the main things. And if you're not focused on the main thing, obviously you won't achieve it. And if you stumble upon it, you might not even notice it because you're so distracted by these other things. We have to get a level of clarity about what we are to do. We must get focused about what that is that would represent achieving that goal. And we have to focus on the activities, the mindset, the things that are necessary to accomplish that goal. But we mustn't forget that this is what we're looking to do. It's akin to many people not being able to say what it is they want in their life, what it is they want in their business, what it is they want in their experiences. One of the most difficult things for people to answer, because they can't put their finger on the main thing. They just can't put their finger on the main thing. And then they go through all these detours. Well, maybe I need to do this, or maybe I need to do that, or maybe I need to do the other thing. Well, get refocused on the main thing. Get more aware of the main thing. Get more belief in the main thing. And it'll be more likely that main thing will be something that you can accomplish. If you like this tip, give me a thumbs up. Let me know. Make sure you subscribe to my channel and share this with someone that you think would benefit from this message. And I will see you next time.